Hello everyone, my name is Nick Singleton. I'm a sports performance intern at Marquette University. Been here since the fall of 2015. Today I'm going to take you through my USA Badminton training program. So before we get started, how many of you heard of badminton? Everyone? Yeah. How many of you, when you think of badminton, you think of this right here, gym class? Yeah, everyone? How many of you think of this right here? This vitamin water commercial. Brian Urlacher, David Ortiz, Birdie getting stuck in a guy's shin. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah. This is all well and good, but in actuality, badminton it's fast, it's intense, and it's very technical. So there's some things to keep in mind as we're going through the training program. So this is what we're going to be going over today. The rules of the game, what we took into consideration when we were training, and then we'll go through our off-season, pre-season, in-season, and finally just the annual overview. So first of all, the rules of the game. It's very simple. There's two pieces of equipment. You have the racket, it's roughly 2 feet long, and birdie. As all of you know, you play badminton, you know what it looks like. Simple idea, don't let the birdie touch your side of the court, make the birdie touch the other person's court. Speaking of the court dimensions are seen right here. It's roughly 20 feet by 22 feet, so relatively small space. We're taking that into consideration when training, much more lateral quickness, short space, anaerobic capacity. Scoring, with that, it's rally scoring. Average rally is roughly 6 to 8 seconds, so not a very long time of play in between points. It's first of 21, best of 3. So the things that we're considering when doing our training program, as far as movements in the sport, there's a lot of overhead movements. So everyone, raise your hand. Raise your right hand, please. I just want you to just go like this. Just go like this. Keep doing that. Keep going. Okay, you can stop. If you did that a lot of times and just kept doing that, you're going to get pretty tired. This is what badminton players deal with. The overhead smash is the most common movement in badminton. They're doing it all the time during matches, during practice. So that's a main point that we considered when doing our training program. With that, muscles of emphasis, a lot of shoulder muscles, of course, deltoids, rotator cuff, core muscles. There's a lot of rotation in badminton, moving your upper body around, and obviously lower leg, ankles, knees. With that, common injuries, rotator cuff strains, tears, sprained ankles, torn ACLs, as well as tennis elbow, which is just inflammation. So for the off season, you can see this is a week 1 of an upper body day. September to February is the off season. We're going to be going through just setting the foundation for the rest of the off season and through into the in season. Just basic strength, hypertrophy. We're going to have high volume, low intensity. Really just set that foundation. Moving on, very basic movements, not as sports specific. For the preseason, then February to April. At the end of the off season, we're going to start to transition more into the strength phase, decreasing the volume and increasing the intensity. And then we're going to start to try and get them stronger during the strength phase, in the beginning of the preseason. We're going to be increasing the sport specificity of the different movements we're doing a lot more stability and shoulder stability, mobility, different banded exercises. As you can see over here, this is that same upper body day, just in preseason. Now for the in-season, It's a very long in-season from April to September. During this time, we're going to be trying to maintain everything that we built up to this point, as well as peaking for their biggest tournament, which is the 2016 U.S. Masters Championships. We're going to be very sports specific during the in-season to complement what they're doing in the practice. Again, not trying to overuse them, but trying to complement it to where they're not worn out. So as you can see, in the preseason, in-season, or preseason and off-season, one of our main movements was bench press. As we get into the in-season, we're going to start to progress that a little bit more to be more sports specific, like I'm saying, with maybe a single line dumbbell bench press. Again, much more unilateral movements during the in-season, be more sports specific. So here's my annual plan. As you can see, this indicates the volume and intensity throughout the beginning of the off-season all the way through the end-season. In general, the volume is going to decrease and the intensity is going to increase. Move on to the next one, just show you a bigger view of it. Right here, we took into account some of the different holidays that will happen, as well as in the green, or in the yellow, is their most important tournaments. Here you can see, so testing, this max testing and running conditioning testing. We're going to start in the off-season with lateral quickness. Like I said earlier, it's a small court, and they need to move quickly side to side over the court. We're going to test that, we'll be doing a simple 5-10-5 lateral quickness test. As far as max testing goes, we're going to be testing 1 week before the final deload of each phase. So the final deload of the off season, or the week before that, we're going to be max testing. That gives them 1 week to recover before we start the next phase, similarly to the end of the preseason. As far as peaking goes, we'll be peaking the week before their big tournament, the 2016 U.S. Masters Championships. Trying to get them primed and ready to go right before that tournament. So that's all I have for you guys today. Again, my name is Nick Singleton, Sports Performance Intern at Marquette University. If you need to contact me, my email is shown right here. Are there any questions?
I believe on the in-season, you said lawnmower starts for one of the exercises. What is that?
It's just what it sounds like. You attach to the weighted plates where you attach it to the rack. Just a simple movement like that, cross-body movement. Got to focus on that unilateral. It's a badminton, like a backhand.
So no, you were saying like you'd have the dumbbell bench be single arm. Would you have the med ball chest pass be single arm too, or double arm still?
For that, I would probably do double arm.
Okay.
Just again, I don't want everything to be unilateral. I want
Sure.
bilateral or something. So.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right.